Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Art with World. I am your host, Arshad Waheed. Today, we have a very remarkable guest with us whose career spans across continents, cultures, and different creative disciplines. He is Abel Monem, whose career started in Pakistan as a journalist and later evolved into an extraordinary cinematic journey in Europe and North Africa. Now, after more than 2 decades, he has come back to Pakistan with innovative projects and with a deep commitment to nurturing young talent in Pakistan and connecting Pakistan with the world through cinema. Thank you very much, Abel.
Thanks to you too. It's nice to be here.
I was just wondering, there are so many things to talk about. I mean, you have a very interesting career. You started as a journalist, then you went to Paris for studies in French civilization, and then later you went to Ottawa for film journalism training. And you worked with Merchant Ivory production films in Paris. You spearheaded their Paris office as well. It's a great name, and I'm sure it must have been a great experience for you. And now you are back in Islamabad and you have so many projects in your mind. So in our show, we'll talk about all these things. But let's first start with your start of your journey. How were you drawn to this field of cinema from journalism and your other academic learning?
In fact, being a journalist, I always wanted to write some extraordinary stories, investigative stories. Yeah. But we always have some sort of restrictions. I mean, we need to recheck before giving the news. So I was very much interested in cinema. And leaving Pakistan, it was kind of a dream to live in Paris and work in film business, which came a little later after doing TV journalism in Canada. I arrived in Paris, and I couldn't speak French at that time. That was the only hesitation, that it took me 2-3 years to come to Paris finally. And luckily, arriving the same year, I was learning French, studying, and I met James Ivory on a film where I was given a job.
It was just an accident, or?
It was not an accident. I tried very hard to work on his film. He was going to start filming in Paris, but I was refused. The job, I couldn't get the job. Finally, after finding some connections, I got to the person who gave me the job of assistant, and I was supposed to be with James Ivory. The first day I met, it was just a question of a little very short conversation with him. He asked me, what are you doing? I said, I don't know, I'm just working as an assistant. What you want to do in film business? I said, I want to direct films. So he asked me about his films. I told him which film I like and what I don't like. And he proposed me to work for 1 week with him as assistant director. That was the film Jefferson in Paris, being shot in France. I don't know what to say, how to say, but it was the most wonderful moment in my life, that I was starting as assistant director, first job in film business in Europe.
And that too with James Ivory.
Yes.
So how was the experience? And
experience was wonderful. I would say it's my school. All what I learned, all what I know today, I learned from them. And they are, James Ivory is still alive. Ismail Merchant passed away in 2005. But they were very giving people, and I became part of Merchant Ivory family, in fact. Because later I started in production as well with them for more than a decade. Wonderful, very respectful. It's exactly what you can see in their films. Each dialogue is written and rewritten with very sophisticated English, very sophistications of language are very much seen in their films.
Yeah.
So their personalities were also like that.
They were known for, showing Edwardian time and culture in their films and the language as well. I have seen some of their films. I am really amazed. Those amazing films, like Shakespeare Wala, Bombay Talkies, A Room with a View, and later on, Remains of the Day. Wonderful films.
This is a film I prefer from all James Ivory films.
Which one?
Room with the View and Remains of the Day.
Okay. And you know what kind of scripts they adopted? Like it was E.M. Foster's script?
They have done 3 films on E.M. Foster's. Then Ishiguro. It was mostly rewritten and adopted by James Ivory himself. He loved
But they had also a third member of their team, writer from a woman writer.
Braver
Yeah.
Jabwala.
Yeah.
So this was the trio of Merchant Ivory who started. She used to live in Germany, and she was intellectually a very high-level person. My talkings with her, it's like you're reading a novel, you're reading a history book. The wording she used to use was really great. So these there are three trilogy of E.M. Foster.
Zia Mehdin also worked in Bombay Talkies.
Yes, yes, he was also there.
He was also there.
And there are like very funny stories about them. All the actors who have been working with them, they were also kind of family members. It was Ismail Merchant's magic, a very tough man, extremely a workaholic, but he has a sweet corner always. Either you like him or you don't like him. But if you like him, you're a fan of Ismail Merchant. I mean, I would say he never let me sit for 5 minutes in the office. He will be doing something, asking something, giving you something to do. So that was a great part of Ismail Merchant, who created somehow Merchant Ivory Productions.
He was nominated 3-4 times, but he never won the Oscar.
No.
As a producer.
No, as producer, no. He
but James Ivory once,
yes.
I think, won. It was perhaps...
But James Ivory, Merchant Ivory Productions, they have 9 Oscars on their credit, on different Best Actor, Best Actress. And then James Ivory had the Oscar for a script that he has written.
Okay.
And he has a script that he has written now that he would like to do his last film. But he's also old now. He's 97.
Okay.
It was just a few weeks ago his birthday, and I spoke to him. He's in a good shape.
Okay. So how would you compare your understanding of world cinema and then working with James Ivory and Ismail Merchant team, and I mean, what needs to be done for Pakistani cinema in comparison to those traditions? Yeah.
I would say I can say something about Merchant Ivory films. They were so strong, history period films, that they just pulled me in, and I went into this world of this kind of films, and I spent all my 40 years of career with them, and in cinema in Europe or America. So I'm very much interested in that. We call it independent films or art films here.
Okay.
But I won't go into the specification or criticize or say that it's a good name. Yes, these are, Ismail Merchant was an independent film producer, biggest independent producer in the world, 1996.
What do you mean by independent film
which means you're not attached to a studio.
Okay.
It's not financed by a studio. It's Merchant Ivory Productions, which means Merchant Ivory is responsible for all the finances.
Okay.
From wherever, and he is the producer of the film.
Okay.
Merchant Ivory owns it.
Okay.
It's not a studio which owns the film. Pakistan, I think, to be honest, we do have a lot of talent in Pakistan. We don't go towards professionalism, and a mistake, maybe a mistake, for me it's a mistake to compare only with our neighboring countries. Cinema is very vast. Cinema has so many branches and no frontiers. We should better go to improve our cinema while comparing us with the international cinemas. Italian hai, French cinema hai, Hollywood hai, then there's Bollywood, then there's
Iranian cinema.
Iranian cinema has gone up.
Yeah.
I would say Iranian cinema is successful because they are in their own style.
Yeah.
It's their cinema. They're not copying any other cinema. We do learn and we do copy from other films. I learned cinema. I've been watching, that director is doing this, the frame of Antonioni, the direction of James Ivory, or you learn from other cinemas, but you don't 100% copy. So we cannot improve our cinema if we don't have our own style.
Okay. But do we have some good examples of films in Pakistan? Our producer, our directors?
I won't name the films, but I have seen a lot of good films. I have, especially the youth. I'm very much interested to work with the youth here in Pakistan. They have the talent, they have the subjects, and they don't have any guidance here.
Yeah.
The biggest problem that I see in local cinema in Pakistan, Pakistani cinema, we do not develop. We don't spend time on scripts, on characters. We don't develop the script. We don't develop a project. We are in a rush to go and film, and the film should come out and it should make a lot of money. Cinema is not only money.
Yeah.
Yes, it's my profession. I also need to earn my life from cinema. But beyond that, we have to be very open to look at the responsibility that we have when we are making films, directing films, producing films. We have a responsibility as soon as we are involved in a medium which delivers a message to people, to everyone, or to certain class whatsoever, there should be something in your film.
Yeah.
So we need to develop that. And today, the young filmmakers, I've seen a lot of short films in Pakistan, which are wonderful. I'll give you an example of a young gentleman. I saw his 3 films in a festival, and the 3 awards were, I was a jurist there. So I was giving the 3 awards to that person. And it was like, oh, maybe somebody else on this one or that. So this guy has a talent of directing. He did 3 films, totally different. One is science fiction, one is very real story, one is very like children's fairy tale story. In 3 styles, his direction, abilities and capacities are very evident to understand. But what he's going to do next, that is the question that we should ask all of us, the government, private sector. We need to understand that we need to help these young filmmakers to bring up their talent, to polish it.
That's true. And you also made short films as well, other than working with...
Yes. When I came back to France, I had this idea in my mind that all what I have learned, I came back in 2008, all what I have learned, I need to give it back to the youth of France. There's also my personal idea that France gave me this career, France gave me all this, so I should definitely need to return something. So I started working with the youth over there, and I produced like 16 short films. There are films which are like 5 minutes, there are also films almost 1 hour. It's less than 59 minutes, so it's called short film. I produced and I directed as well. That was the idea, to share your experience. It's the same idea that I'm here today in Pakistan. All what I know, if I can transfer or I can give to other people, and especially the youth, 46% of youth in Pakistan, they should better be involved in such activities.
Yeah. And how was the reception of your short films, and did they follow some themes, or the short films? Yeah.
In Pakistan and France?
In France.
The short films that I did, they're very different from each other. My idea was to listen to the person who has written the script, take his idea and understand what he wants to say, and to guide him to write it again. And so there were very different ideas coming. One year it was like everybody was coming up with horror films. The next, a year later, so there were so many trends going on in France. Then 2 years later, everybody wants to do a comedy. So I have been going through, but I have produced very different films, different from each other.
Right. And you also curated some great film festivals as well, in France as well as in Morocco.
Yes, that was from 1999 that I was very much interested in festivals. And with Merchant Ivory, my work was going on. I was running the office. And as I said, they were very nice and very polite people. Ismail Merchant said to me that if you work in film festival, there's Paris Film Festival, why don't you? So this is how they gave me the permission to work for them and to work for the festival. So that was the first year when I started working for Paris Film Festival. Then I worked for 3 years. And I used to be deputy director, you can say, the number 2 of the festival. I went to Morocco. Daniel Toscon de Plantier was a great producer, one of the big name in French film industry. He was the president of French in France Paris Film Festival, and he just did a joke that we should do a festival in Morocco. So this is how I went with him, and we started Marrakesh International Film Festival in 2001.
Okay.
And I'm one of the founder, director, I can say, of that festival.
And then you screened international film from different countries over there?
It was an international film festival which was very simple. It's an international competition, no privileged, although Moroccan producers were not very happy at that time, but this is how it was decided that it's going to be international film festivals. Any film from Morocco, even which meets the international standards, will be selected. Then there were sections. There was Moroccan cinema section, then Indian cinema sections, but the major competition section was international, based on international levels.
And you were telling Lagan film was also shown over there, and many other films.
Yes, yes, that was
Bollywood.
That was very nice of Amir Khan. He was in contact with Ismail Merchant for one of the productions that he wanted to do, and he wanted Merchant Ivory to be co-producers. So I was handling that, and in the meantime, Lagan came out. Cannes Film Festival approached me, and I put them in contact with Amir Khan, so it was shown at Cannes Film Festival, and I took the same film, Lagan, and Amir Khan was invited to Marrakesh, that was in 2002. And I personally like his work in film business, and he's a very nice gentleman as well.
And then you continued working as the head of Paris office of Merchant Ivory Productions. Yeah. And then you also had your own production house, Arshad.
Yes, Autour du Cinéma. I created this production house in 2006. Before leaving Morocco and coming back to Paris. The idea was just to produce short films, all sort of films. I didn't want to. I produced one film in Morocco with my company in Morocco, which was Ciné-Culture Événement. That was my first film, which was like feature film, 1.5 hours. It was with in co-production with Rai Due, the Italian channel. And before that, in 1997, I produced my first short film, which was also selected at Cannes Film Festival. So I had this idea of creating short films with youngsters, with the people who wants to learn. They have abilities or the passion to go towards cinema. So this is how I started. I opened Autour du Cinéma in France, and I started working.
Okay.
with youngsters.
And then you also contributed in music production of the films as well.
Music was a passion from my childhood, in fact. वो जो, how can I say that thing never went out of my head. When I was a young kid, I used to be a music director or music mixer or something. In those days, we didn't have all this technology that we have today, but this is the idea that I had. And when I started producing my films, this idea came back to me, and I was already inspired while doing music festivals. So I started music production as well. So all the music of all my films, which I produced or directed, are also my own production.
Okay. So now you are back in Pakistan. So, and I understand you have a lot of projects in your mind to contribute to Pakistani cinema and nurturing young talent.
I think it's the same idea. As I said, that when I was in France, I wanted to return something to that country. It's the same thing. This is my home country, my roots, and I would like to share, give, show all what I know. And especially, I'm insisting on this thing. I'm concerned about 46% of youth in Pakistan. So I have ideas. I already did few things. I have worked with them. I'm working with NCA Lahore. Then there's Alliance Française Lahore and Islamabad and different other organizations to create platforms where we can first of all show their work, what they're doing, what is being done. We don't have any platform. They make it sometimes on YouTube, sometimes it's shown in one screening at the university, and that's it. It stops there. To give them a platform here in Pakistan and to bring that independent film production which is going on in Pakistan, and wonderful films are being made, to bring them to international stage, to showcase internationally.
Okay, it's a great idea. Can you give us an overview of contemporary scene of Pakistani cinema here? And what are the areas which you would like to contribute to make it better and add value to Pakistani cinema?
I think now there are more and more professionals, but basically we are missing the filmmaking trainings in Pakistan. There are some academies, there are some schools in Lahore and Karachi, basically. Islamabad, sometimes there are workshops going on, but those are very light trainings. I have a project that I'm working on to bring international professors and people from film schools, especially from France, and to work with local institutions to create a thorough film training program which can span over 3 to 4 months, to see all different sections of filmmaking. Writing is the first thing which needs to be improved, and we need to, in Pakistan, I would say, I will put it like this, in Pakistan we have a lot of subjects. Society, our living, what we do, our history, our identity, we can do a lot of films, a lot of subjects. But the development of those subjects should be more into open, that internationally people can understand. I was recently, I watched a documentary, a wonderful film, wonderful documentary. But the problem is that the subject is not properly introduced for us, for Pakistanis. I understand because I know the subject, but internationally, somebody who have never lived in Pakistan, he needs to have a little more introduction. So there was a slight mistake, but these mistakes can be improved, and that will come through professionalism.
You very rightly pointed out, film is, a mix of so many art disciplines. It has visual arts, photography, performing arts, acting, direction, then script writing, good story, everything. So, which areas you think needs more attention while improving filmmaking scene in Pakistan, or maybe everyone?
I think all the sections are important.
Yeah.
Making a film, it's a teamwork.
Yeah.
There's so many things involved in filmmaking. In one film, you can talk about light. Lights, if there's some problem in the lights, you can see on the screen. I would say a good professional, he can, while watching a film, he can understand the atmosphere on the set, how the production and direction and light and camera, how these people have been working on this film. If the atmosphere is good, everybody knows his job, nobody is disturbing the other person, everybody has his space, that you can see that the film is wonderful,
yeah,
and you can see on the screen.
Okay.
So all the sections of filmmaking are to be improved. There are some wonderful people who have passion to work in film business, but because of lack of this and lack of that, they're disappointed.
Okay. So what are your plans to actualize all these ideas? I mean, connecting Pakistan with international cinema, bringing Pakistani films to international festivals, and bringing international films to Pakistan. How are you going to do that?
Well, cultures are very different from each other.
Yeah.
And you always need to build bridges between cultures. This is what I love to do. I'll give you an example. I did a Francophone film festival
in Islamabad.
In Islamabad.
And in Lahore as well.
It was in April at Cineplex.
Okay.
9 days, 12 films. So it's a Francophone culture, Francophone films in different languages. There were like 5, 6 languages, Romanian language, Bulgarian, French, Arabic. But how to connect Pakistan with it? So the first time in Pakistan, I took the task to put subtitles in Urdu. So all these films were shown with Urdu and English subtitles. So there's somehow the promotion of Urdu, there's somehow these films will be seen in Europe with these letters of Urdu. Then the local audience, they don't, some understand, some don't understand Francophonie. They should understand these films. English, if we can read it, but on a film, yes, either you watch or you're trying to figure out what are the subtitles. So it will be a little easier for them to read in Urdu. So that is making a connection. Next project that I'm doing, either in end of November or in February. These are the 2 dates because there are some big names involved. It depends, they have finished their shooting or not. That is a French film festival. Now how can I continue just showing other cinema not helpful for Pakistani cinema? I'm definitely going to include Pakistani cinema into it. I don't have very clear idea, but somehow I'm going to put Pakistani cinema into that festival. That is going to be an international standard festival. I won't name, but some big stars from France are coming. I'm involving some producers as well, directors. So this will be an international platform happening in Pakistan. So any film, any Pakistani film shown there will have some impact on international level.
Okay.
So you introduce little by little. I'm starting another program in Islamabad with short films. So the short films from Pakistani youth, either it's a university film or they're independent film that they made it however they could. I want to show those films with European short films. So it's going to be also a learning spot where we can learn from other short films and we can improve ours.
Okay.
So mixing these two cinemas will definitely give us the possibility to learn more.
Okay. And do you think there's also need to having some film academies to give training to young people, or you have some ideas to
I think that
establish
is the most important points.
Yeah.
First of all, it's education, and then educating people to make films. It's technical education or artistic, whatsoever. We always need to learn. And we don't have a proper structure of academies or film schools. I'll again talk about NCA Lahore. NCA is producing a lot of good work. They're spending time with students, they're educating them. So if we have more institutions about cinema in Pakistan, I think we'll definitely improve our cinema.
There is one Napa as well in Karachi.
Yes, wonderful. Napa is very good. I have met a lot of people from Napa. Acting is so good. Actors who have come out of there, they are wonderful, wonderful actors.
Okay. And you're also making some documentaries.
Yes, I have the idea of making documentaries, coming back somehow to my journalistic ideas. I'm making a documentary on Shafqat Salamat Ali Khan.
Okay.
It's about the classical music, what it has become today, and what is the future of this music today. He's doing a good work for that. So I'm doing a documentary on him. And another subject that I have chosen is women in Pakistan. How and what is happening in our society, what is the relation between man and woman, and what status that we give to women today. That is very important for me. And I'm working on these two projects. I did another documentary on Islamabad. As I spent
Changing Islamabad.
as I spent my childhood here, so I'm very much attached to the city. So it's going to be a series of documentaries. We have all films. We are editing now. One is about Islamabad itself, what it has become. Then there's another.
What it should not become.
And that is going to be a nostalgic part of this documentary, which is going to be more or less edited by me too.
And environmental damage done to Islamabad.
That is exactly what I think, and that is what I saw when I came back. What was Islamabad in those days, and what is Islamabad today? What is good and what is bad? There's no judgment, there's no accusations, but what it has become. We can all see and how it can be improved. Then there's another one which is about local governance, the local representatives, how we can solve the problems of the city. So there are going to be 3 one-hour documentaries and then short documentaries.
You have talked about subjects you are interested in. I think Pakistan has no dearth of ideas. It's a very interesting country in a sense that you can always get stories. Every time something is happening around. I mean, stories about your subject, I mean, women conditions, you can find many. And there's a lot to do here. What do you think should be your films about? Like, should it be loaded with some message, or it should be just a story in which you are showing human conditions in different situations?
Fiction, I stopped journalism, I came to fiction films. It was also the idea in my mind that in fiction films you can say anything you want.
Yes.
You can confront any subject you want.
Yes.
You can put your own ideas, you can give your conclusions in a film, you can leave it open. You have a very extremely vast medium in front of you. There's one thing that we always want to do. Any subject that we choose, that is one sort of film. Then our society has a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, like any other society, which is totally normal. We can highlight those things. We can educate people through our films. We can introduce things through our films. Film is, it's an entertainment business, yes. But today, the society has changed. I say that European cinema is also a responsible cinema. Responsible in a way that they have their boundaries as well, but those boundaries are very large. They need to deliver a message. They always show something which makes us learn something. Cinema is not only songs and entertainment and no, we need to come out of it, we need to go further. As you said, Iranian cinema, yes, they have their style, they talk about themselves, they talk about their life, they talk about their system in the country, they talk about their country, people. So it's all around Iranian society. In Pakistan, I think we have much more than many other countries to say and to discuss.
Apart from cinema, you have talked about European cinema and you said that they are very responsible cinema, I agree. But what you call these OTT platforms, I have a hunch, I have a feeling that they always have to put certain themes, maybe 10–20% in almost every film, as if it's part of the agenda to popularize those themes or desensitize people about those subjects. Whereas sometimes it's felt that the story didn't need it as such, but it was just there because maybe those who own these platforms, they want to have these subjects shown in their films. So do you think if there is not an organic link of your message with the film story, one should not try to infuse that with those subjects?
I think when we talk about these platforms, if we go back to the times when we used to go to cinema to watch a film. So you're mentally prepared and you're going to watch a film. Little by little, television started showing films. Then, if I talk about Pakistan, in 70s, late 70s, early 80s, VCR and etc. came in. So we took the liberty to watch the film at home the way we want. So all these platforms, then little by little, I was very much against putting films on YouTube in the beginning. But this development have happened and we cannot live without it. Today, that is the situation. These platforms have also their agenda. They have their strategy, and that is more like a business strategy. They need to, it's like a television. Any television channel which is showing for kids, for older people, for youngsters, so they have all sort of programs. These platforms are doing exactly the same. That people are, somebody is going to watch the film while cooking, the other one is sitting, the other one is in the bed. At 2 o'clock, he just wake up and he said, okay, let me watch a film. So all these things are calculated by them. So I won't say anything against them. That is also a platform today, and this is how the world is moving on. But cinema is not only that. I still prefer Francophone Film Festival. I did it, I screened the films in a cinema. It's a cinema atmosphere. It's not open air, it's not that. There should be a respect for cinema. I mean, I cannot watch a film just doing something else. I would sit down and I'll watch the film. The person who has spent so much of energy, so much of time on making a film, it's a good film or a bad film, that doesn't matter. But we need to respect the work of somebody. On these platforms, yes, we have the liberty to watch it half or 15% and stop it. So that is the whole strategy of these platforms.
So what do you think of future of cinema? I mean, cinema as a culture where people get together in one place, lights are off and they're watching one screen and they are with the story being shown on that screen.
I'm sure that we will get back to this.
Really?
Although
it's your wish or it's your analysis?
It's my wish, it's my dream, and I have this hope as well. There are so many countries, they don't have any more cinemas, including Pakistan. We have 54 screens. Out of 54, there are 44, 45, 46 working. 10 are always, one is in renovation, the other one is closed for some other reasons. In such a big country, 54 screens are not enough.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid we are going to lose more in the coming years. But then there's another trend which is going on in certain countries, including Pakistan, that people have their small screening rooms. People who have enough money, they have small screening rooms. But these are small cinemas. So we still have the pleasure to watch a film on a bigger screen with proper sound. Morocco has the same example. In 2001 to 2005, when I arrived in Marrakesh, there were 7 cinemas, and when I left Marrakesh in 2007, there were 21 cinemas. Today, in all over Morocco, there are, I think, only 20 screens left. So every country is suffering. France is one of the countries which is still surviving. There are more than 4,000 screens in France.
Great.
So they still have the taste to go to a cinema and watch a film. And small screen is very good. Technology, facilities, we don't have time. We can watch film anytime. There are so many things which are important today. But a film is on a big screen and in a dark room.
Yeah. I also like that.
That is a film. I've never seen a film on my computer screen till now,
I can't
till
see
today.
either,
I can't.
Yeah. So what are the challenges of creative arts in Pakistan? I mean, while it's not only technique or craft or the skills you need, you also need a little wilder imagination as well, and to push the boundaries and to use critical thinking. And that's how you can bring in new subjects, ideas. And do you think we are having an enabling environment for that? It's supportive or it's challenging?
I mean, as far as cinema is concerned and arts in general, we are still in a process where we don't know where to stand. First of all, we need to understand and decide with our cultural values, with our religious values. We need to understand that arts in general, it's performing arts, cinema, music, it is there, it exists. How to integrate in our society with respect, we can, again, we come to the guideline. If we don't guide our youngsters, they don't know. They're just going to see, look around and copy it. No need to copy. We need to train them, we need to make them learn. And before this learning process, we need to understand ourselves, in our society, what is the value of cinema. Cinema, In those days when the VCR came out and I had this VCR at home, and my father was explaining that it's not a machine to watch films. It's also a machine to learn something. So I didn't understand that idea. What can we learn? So it's exactly, people can ask themselves that what we can learn from cinema. We can learn many, many things. We need to understand that cinema is not only the concept that we have in our family is it's vulgar, it's like this, it's not good. We have to come out of it. Cinema has many, many other aspects that we don't discover. It's not only entertainment.
So what are the films you like most, if I can ask, on a lighter note?
Well, films, there are so many films. There are so many films and so many directors that I won't be able to name certain, because there are so many. It's like, but David Lynch, that's another world. Yash Raj, it's another world. Almodovar, Pietro Almodovar, a Spanish film director, he has a totally different style of making films.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone, I mean, there's so many names and so many films that I'm totally lost. I'm totally lost sometimes that which is my preferred film.
Yeah. Well, I can understand it's very difficult to choose one.
It's very difficult
I mean,
to
there's
choose.
so much beauty in arts and there's so much diversity in the arts. And there are so many different things to watch. And they have produced so beautifully and imaginatively that you can't just compare.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
There's no
somehow.
comparison at all. That's true.
While working in film festivals, you watch so many films coming from all over the world.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have been watching, I'll say, at least 1,000 films complete.
Yeah.
For the festival, for one festival. Then you have short films, more artistic, independent, all sort of films, Chinese, Iranian, Bulgarian, French, you have Mexican films. So the films from all corners of the world. You cannot compare Chinese film with Iranian.
Yeah.
These are totally two different worlds. Even in Europe, Italian and French and German, they're different cinemas.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Abel, for being with us this evening.
It's my pleasure too.
It's wonderful talking to you.
And I hope to do something in Pakistan.
Yeah. Good luck for your projects.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So thank you viewers for watching us. See you next Sunday, same time.